Here in Milwaukee, MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill, Brandon Stroke. And singing, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact,
Leading
let the
off the
defense do
afternoon
work
for
behind him.
Pittsburgh,
And I think a guy like that
number
can keep a
50,
good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move to a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
O'Neill Cruz leading things off and takes the strike. Out to short, Hamilton. On the run, throw to first, and very nicely done to the out. It's a Pirates lineup now. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
That missed by a lot. Ball one. Can't glove it cleanly. The flip, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
The left fielder, number 10, Brian Reynolds.
2 outs, base is empty. Brian Reynolds here. Pitch is outside, ball one. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Ryan O'Hearn.
O'Hearn launched a homer in his most recent game. Swing and a bouncer. That is the inning. And now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Milwaukee. And on the mound for Pittsburgh in this one, Jared Jones. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel.
Leading off the ball game
bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Bryce Terang, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
That's up. That's a ball.
Swing and a ground ball. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Pretty much gifted a leadoff base runner right there. And as an offense, this is where you really want to take advantage. Apply some pressure this inning. Make that error hurt.
comes the 0-1. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Chris's wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. Man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
And it's second. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Got him swinging. Now 1 away.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 22.
Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, David Hamilton.
Well, Boog, you know I love guys that can run, and this guy has great speed. We'll see in this game if he gets a chance to use it. And if he does, I think even you are going to be really impressed because he can really impact the game with his wheels, and you like guys that can score, he's definitely able to do that.
One out and a runner at second here in the finale of this 4-game set. To the right side. Horowitz steps on the bag. Got him.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Andrew
Vaughn up now for the Brewers. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. And the slider just misses.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to taking it back in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers. For the runner at third, this is who they wanted to play. He's so good at getting a run across in these situations.
In the air, right field. He's there. He's got it. And the inning is over. Brewers strand 1, scoreless after 1. Top of the second. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Marcell Ozuna. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
Hammered, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Offering is fouled back. In the air, left field. One away.
Batting seven, the third baseman, number 3, Nick Gonzalez.
One out man at first. Now the third baseman, Nick Gonzalez. In the air out to center. Snags it on the run. And there's 2 away.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But He stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
That one fouled off. And the 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Ozuna leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the sweeper and it was effective. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So here's the Brewers DH, Reese McGuire. In the air to left center. Cruz on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and 1 out.
The shortstop, David Hamilton.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Hamilton getting to start at shortstop. He made his major league debut when he was 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2019.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Second inning here, no score. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Outside corner, got him looking.
Well, he throws it with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling. I think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. Ball 1, no strikes. Two down, nobody on.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Sliced hard but foul. And now it's 1-2. Bouncer to second. Loud. Handles, throws the first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. A little out front there as he swings through it. chases that one.
Up next to the Pirates, the center field, O'Neill Cruz.
Hit in the air, center field. Perkins on the move. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Brandon Lau.
And now it's Brandon Lau. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. That one way inside. Two down, nobody on. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. Hamilton under it. And that's the 3rd out. Bucks go down quietly. Still no score. Back here at American Family Field. Set for the bottom of the 3rd.
Number 5.
Mitchell up now for the Brewers.
Mitchell.
Here. That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 0-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time, so they get the first out of the inning.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it. Got ground ball.
On the ground, Lau in plenty of time to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
The batter, number 2, second baseman,
Bryce Terang at the plate now, the former first-round pick back in 2018. His dad, Brian, played in the big leagues. He was an outfielder with the Mariners in 1993 and 1994. Ball, that's outside. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. On to the 4th, still scoreless. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
10, Brian Reynolds.
You know, these Pirates, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations. And
this one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game. I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
The Buccos with a chance to score first. Top half of inning number 4. Bounced up the middle. To first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Up next to the
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
High leverage spot coming up for the big bat of Marcell Ozuna. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful on the ground to the left. In time, Devon. Now they get the out.
Up next for the Pirates, the first baseman, number 2, Spencer Horwitz.
This one in the air, center field. And that's the 3rd out. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We're midway in the 4th. No score. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Well, these Brewers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run and scoring position.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball.
Upstairs, ball 1.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And it's second. And a foul ball. The 1-1. This one in the dirt. In the dirt. That's way high. And the count's full. The Brewers looking to strike first here in the bottom of the 4th. And foul ball. Payoff pitch. Just a slow ground ball this time. Griffin throws to first. One out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Brewers, the first baseman, Andrew.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
Swing and he popped it up. 2 away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
The designated hitter, Reese McGuire.
Fought off foul. Contreras on at second with 2 down. And it's fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to.
And that one gets away at the plate. Tosses to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Welcome back.
Leading off
and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers.
Gonzalez.
This one in the air, center field. And there's one away.
The batter, number 6.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Griffin.
Right through there for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. Doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Ball. Griffin with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. And now 1 and 2. Stays alive. Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball. All tied up. We're at the top of the 5th. Just off the outside edge. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Up next
and
to the
that's
Pirates,
an 8-pitch
the catcher,
walk. He really made the pitcher work for that one. Go ahead, run on base. Rafael Flores now at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
The 1-0.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
The hitters count the 2-0. In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
On a bounce right side. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Up next for the Pirates, the center fielder, O'Neill Cruz.
Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league. The 0-1. Up the middle. The dive. He's got it. From his knees, the throw. And it beats it. What a play.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Back here in Milwaukee,
we
head to the bottom of the 5th. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers.
Hamilton.
Well, these Brewers finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Fastball for a strike.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Brewers, their
Dominant
baseman,
performance for
#3.
him today, just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
This one popped up. Takes it in for the out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he
for the
tried to do a little bit too much.
The
Sometimes
right
those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
1 out, man at first. Next for the Brewers, Garrett Mitchell. 0 for 1 so far.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. 2 down.
Up next for the Brewers, center fielder, #60, Blake Burkett.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think of. Good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And it remains 2-2. Just missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Bryce Terang in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. And ball 4 to a board.
Well, a breaking ball in
The
that
batter,
3-2 count. And it tells you
second
that
baseman,
that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
First and second, 2 outs. This is Bryce Terang. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Check swing, went around. And the count is 0-2. The Brewers with a chance to score first. Last half of inning number 5. In the dirt, runners hold tight. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And that one is foul. So they'll try it again. 2 on, 2 outs. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him swinging for the K. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. You're watching Pirates baseball on The Show Pittsburgh. Back here at American Family Field. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
Leading off for the
So up
Pirates,
next,
the second
Brandon
baseman,
Lau.
Brandon Lau.
You know, these Pirates, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Crushed, left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Brandon Lau goes the other way with it. His 27th home run of the season, and they slide in front in the 6th. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the left fielder, number 10, Brian Reynolds.
Pitch misses. Ball 1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Ground ball right side. Into the outfield. Base hit.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Swing and a ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the designated hitter.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Brandon Sproat departs. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on.
For the
Logan
Brewers,
Henderson gets
number
the call
43.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Absolutely belted. Carrying well. Gone! That ball was crushed. A 3-run dinger. Home run number 40 on the year. And they add on.
The wind didn't hurt the chances of that ball getting out of here. That's for sure. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off. I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
At the plate, Spencer forwards. Four runs already in the frame. We're in the top half of the 6th. Hammer down the right side, but foul.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Swing and a miss. Came back. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the home run.
Up next to the Pirates, the third baseman, number 3, Nick Gonzalez.
Out to short. In time to ball. Now 2 out.
The batter, number 6, shortstop Connor Griffin.
2 down, bases empty. Now Connor Griffin is struck out and he is walked. hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. The 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here at American Family Field. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. That one the other way. Reaching for it and breaks it in.
Up next for the Brewers, the left fielder, number 22, Christian Yelich.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
In the air to left center. Cruz has a beat on it. 2 away now.
Up next for the Brewers.
So next is the Brewers cleanup. Andrew Vaughn.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's the ball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Missed with a changeup and a full count now. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap.
Designated hitter.
Produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it. This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Vaughn, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Ball inside.
Here's a 1-1. And this one squirts away from the catcher. No advance, though. And that one lifted in the air center field. Cruz should have this one. And that is that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. This is Pirates baseball on the show, Pittsburgh. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Rafael Flores. This one in the air center field. Perkins on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Pirates,
pitch and 1 out.
the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
And that is out of play.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Look out. That fastball drilled him.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Brandon
Here's the second baseman, Brandon Lowe. He had a big swing back in the sixth. The solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and he's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here. Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
The 1-0. Line drive to short and pop.
All of that is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
That's the ball.
And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him. And that extends the inning.
Up next for the Pirates, the right fielder, Ryan.
First and second,
O'Hearn.
2 outs. Ryan O'Hearn, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 3. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. The Pirates trying to break this one open here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground, right side. Terang over to first in time. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Pirates strand a couple, but they're in front 4-0. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The shortstop, David Hamilton. Now pitching for
on the mound now for the
number
Pirates,
46,
Mason Montgomery.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Swing and a base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Here's the throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He was
Up next for the Brewers,
challenging with the
third
fastball
baseman,
right
number
in the heart of the
3,
zone. He's clearly ready to jump all over.
Ortiz.
Line drive. Base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 4-1. Fires the second too late, and he's got a double.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ballgame.
And here is Garrett Mitchell. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game. They'll talk it over.
That's down. That's the ball.
And it's second. And another ball. Gets him to chase after that one.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult to especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
That one missed. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came out of his mechanics there.
Next,
Typically
the
likes to
Brewers.
shoot the ball the other
Center
way.
fielder, number
That time,
16.
a little anxious.
Purchase.
Pitch is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Perkins wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And the strike call will stand. Still one challenge left for them. One out, the runner at second. Near the bottom of the seventh.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Ball.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Headed to the plate. Here comes the throw. He'll score, and it's now a 2-run game.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Pretty much a auto swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to follow. So many positives that led to that out.
Here's the leadoff manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change.
Now pitching for the
Cam
Pirates.
Sanders on
Number
the pitch out of the
64,
pen here.
Cam.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
The tying run at the plate.
Well, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Caught him looking for the K.
I'm not saying it wasn't a
Up
strike
next,
or
the Brewers.
it was a ball, whatever,
The
but
catcher,
just the
Williams.
location. With that velocity, it's hard enough to, even if the velocity is not great, but that velocity, that location, hit him down.
In the dirt, blocked. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a bouncer. Griffin. The throw to first. That ends the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Pirates 4 and the Brewers 2. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Brewers.
back, and a new arm on
number
the mound to
61,
start the 8th. Angel Serpa.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy.
Leading off
He tries
the
to
pitch,
force
the
weak
designated
contact, so
hitter,
command and execution are huge for him.
This one belted deep left field on its way. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 5-2.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it.
Another look at one of the most impressive home runs you'll ever see, as StatCast gives us the full picture.
Yeah, projected more than 480 feet on its way over the fence, and I don't think we could watch this replay enough, Boog. I mean, just incredible. That was a swing that we're not going to soon forget.
Outside low, ball one. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the eighth. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. Jared Koenig, the left-hander, getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Harrison also getting ready. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Swinging a foul out of play. Payoff pitch. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the third baseman, number 3.
Up next for the Pirates, Nick Gonzalez. 0 for 3 in this one. High fly ball, right field. Mitchell under it. And there's one down.
The batter, number 6, shortstop, Connor Griffin.
That was the pitch to hit. Four-seam fastball instead of that sinker ball that makes you hit it on the ground. He missed a good one.
Lined into right. And there are 2 down.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the catcher, Rafael Flores.
So digging in, Rafael Flores. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That one is absolutely belted. And that's going to bang against the wall. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
Up next for
Nice line drive to the full side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Yelich moving under this one. And that is that. Cannonball coming. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. You're watching Pirates baseball on the show Pittsburgh. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The left fielder, number 22, Christian Yelich.
Yeah, that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Here comes the 0-1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. 1-2. And that's down and away.
That's the ball.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
That's a base hit. So he gets a hit after a long battle with the pitcher.
Up next,
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
That one fouled off. Yelich gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that one upstairs, ball one. Foul ball there. 1-2 now.
That's the ball. That's inside.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. And it lands foul. So we reset and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Grounder might be two. There's one. And that is a rally killer. Two gone in the eighth.
Oh, man, what a smooth double
designated
play.
hitter.
That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Bases empty after the double play. And the batter now is Reese McGuire. Right side. And that's just foul. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. This ball's chopped to the ground. Lau sends it to first. An acrobatic play to end the inning. Nobody left for Milwaukee, and the deficit remains 5-2. Back here in Milwaukee, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the ditch.
And a swing and a miss.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
That slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him in chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance to make the contact with that pitch.
The 0-1. Right through there for a strike. And that skips into dirt. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
The right field.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And at first with one gone, now it's the right fielder, Ryan O'Hearn. And a foul ball. up the middle. Terang flips it. One at second. To first, not in time. Great
Up next
effort
for
there.
the designated hitter, Marcel Ozuna.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like
From the
they bring a
Brewers,
young arm out of the bullpen in this spot, Kyle Harrison.
He's averaging more than one hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
That's off the mark. 2 balls, no strikes. On the ground to third, Ortiz. Tosses across to first. Ozuna is out, and that's the 3rd out. So 1 left for Pittsburgh. They're still out in front, 5-2.
Now pitching for
We're back, and on the
Number
mound is the
60,
closer,
Dennis
Dennis Santana.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Leading off for the Brewers, the shortstop, David Hamilton.
No, that's down. Ball.
Look at that right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Foul ball. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Slings to first. 1 out, bottom of the 9th.
Up next for the Brewers, third baseman, number 3, Joey Ortiz.
Inside. Ball.
The 1-2. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Still able to come through
Up
behind in the
next for
count
the
right here.
Brewers,
And now they've got some speed
right
on
fielder,
first. So
number
we'll see if they
5,
try to get him into motion.
Next for Milwaukee, Eric Mitchell. The Buccos trying to close out a 3-run lead. They're the last half of inning number 9.
Ball.
Left field, way back there. That's not a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Definitely did get all of that one, but man, the wind almost pushed it over
up
the fence
next
and left.
for the Brewers, center fielder, number 60, Blake Perkins.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch. This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over. So get a little momentum as you turn it over.
The Brewers down to their final strike. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it one-hops the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And they cut the lead to 2.
Picks himself up at RBI. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Phillies, Bryce Terran. And fouled off. And on second, 2 down. Line and a base hitting to right. Fires it to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And they trail by 1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run-scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving. The walk or just a base hit.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Save at second, and that does not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get in scoring position. The defense probably knew.
He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force it any base.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter. Totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous to play right now. And there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get it out.
Here comes the manager out of the game. Pirates with a new arm on the mound. Gregory Soto.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. Only a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Yelich in the box now. Take strike 1.
A little frustrated with the strike zone.
Ball 1 low. 2 outs. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the air to left center. No one can get there. It falls in. Here comes the throw. Saves at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. It's 5-5.
Huge moment for him and his team, Bill. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this. Have a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the 9th, but he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI knock, and now he's giving his teammates a chance to walk this thing off with a win if they can push across another run.
Here's the strike, 95 of that one. The Brewers with the winning run standing at second. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Out to short. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. But a magical comeback is complete here in the last half of the 9th as they fight back to even it up. Back here at American Family Field.
The first baseman,
on to extra innings. Spencer Horwitz digs in now. Second.
Ball, that's up.
Fought off foul. And now 2-2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. one up, one down.
Up next to the Pirates, the third baseman, number 3, Nick Gonzalez.
Now a pitch here coming on for the Pirates.
Number 28,
Jake Mangan.
Oh, great spot. He's looking to come through with that go-ahead run on base.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Check swing, went around, and it's 1-1. Out towards right center field. Pulls it in on the run. 2 up, 2 down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and he saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Connor Griffin, the next Pirate to hit. On a line. And that's the 3rd out.
Well, this guy competes hard. You see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
So coming into the game now on defense,
now
Jack
playing third
Brannigan.
base.
He's the new
Number
third
76,
baseman.
Jack.
Here's Reese
Brannigan.
McGuire. 0 for 4, couple of flyouts. He's also grounded out.
Reese McGuire.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one misses. And now 3-0.
I know it's 3-0, but I'm letting him swing here if he likes the pitch. Why not?
And there's the automatic. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of
The
focus
batter,
on the
number
mound
6.
right there. Pretty much
Shortstop.
gifted at first base with a quick free pass.
Hamilton.
Downtime is called here. Pitching coach on his way out to the mound. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout. On the mound now for the Pirates,
Number 49,
Yohan Ramirez.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Center field. Cruz settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Brewers, third baseman, number 3, Joey.
2 aboard with 1 out. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a ball popped up. Infield fly called there.
Up next for the Brewers, the right fielder, number 5, Garrett Mitchell.
Just missed. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So that removes their last challenge. That's in for a strike. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And there's a ball. Blake Perkins in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners will be on the move. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Swing and a pop-up. And that is the inning. Brewers strand a couple. This ball game's still tied 5-all. We're in extras here. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Rafael Flores. Move to second, and he's back in there.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
That's in for a strike. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it, and it worked out. Now the game plan changes a little bit at the plate to get that go-ahead run home. The defense might pull the infield in.
The 0-2. That one hit to right. Stretches out and hauls it in. Here comes the runner from third. Runner from third in to score.
Up next,
and they've got the lead in extra innings.
O'Neill. Cruz.
That one blasted deep to right. Carrying well. It's out of here. He hammers one out to right. His 17th of the year. And they tack one on the board. It's 7-5. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Drew. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dip. Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that. It's so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
Brandon Lau, the next Pirate to hit. He's already homered in this game. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next,
wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Strike one. Here's your 1. So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, Jared King. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see it once again. Line drive, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Up next for the Pirates.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's been a great free agent side. inside and it hit him. And now the bases are loaded.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the first baseman, number 2, Spencer Horwitz.
So they're making a move for a bat off
number
the bench.
38,
Nick York. He comes to the plate in a huge spot in this one. That's outside. And that's ball 1. So they're all loaded up.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got a challenge to do right here.
Ground ball left side. Zips it across. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. Last shot here as we go to the bottom of the 11th. It's the Pirates back here in Milwaukee. All set for the bottom of the 11th.
Number
Blake
16,
Perkins up now for the Brewers.
Perkins.
Up the middle. Throws to first in time. And now 1 away.
It's such a great feeling when a team can rely on their
The batter,
shortstop to
number
make
2,
a play like that.
second
It
baseman,
builds up confidence for everyone on his team. It might even inspire a few more web gyms before the game is over.
Good. Yo, that's it. That's the ball.
Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. The Brewers with the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out.
That's the ball.
Grounds 1 to short. Griffin whips it to first on the run. Throw, and he can't hang on to it.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head. And he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
1 down. Next for the Brewers, William Contreras. Known for his late inning heroics. Manager out of the new pitcher on now,
number
Michael
45.
Kopech.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Runner on the move, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, tag, out in second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed.
Kopech looking for his first save of the year. Check swing, he held up, and that is ball 1. The Pirates trying to close out a 1-run lead. We are in the 11th. That's out to center field. Cruz gets under it, and he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates take the finale here. They win the series 3-1.
Well, I love the fact they didn't quit. They had to do a little extra work tonight to secure this win, but it's what you got to do over the course of the season if you want to be a championship ball club.
Sandwiched between Mazeroski Way and the Roberto Clemente Bridge. Welcome to PNC Park. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the New York Mets going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch coming your way next. Our starting pitcher in this one, Bubba Chandler. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, he tried to make it through the 5th inning last time out, but the pitch count just got too high. He ended up taking the loss. That's one of those you just have to shake it off, come back out today, and try to throw a gem.
About to get started here. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Number 12, Francisco Lindor.
And we're underway in Pittsburgh. For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. Up the middle, it's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second, left fielder.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And the 1-0. That one in triple digits.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And that one fouled off. Just getting started here in Pittsburgh. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. One away. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. An important piece, but a guy that's been struggling a little bit. They're DH in this one. Mark Vientos.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit right now. I mean, he knows it. His team knows it. Everybody in the stands knows it, but they need him to turn it around. You know, I'm told he's putting in some extra work in the cages, as he should be doing. So we'll see if he can break out right here.
Bobichette, batting with one down, takes the strike. Runner takes off. Sliced hard, but foul. And at first, one away. Ground ball right side. Loud. Spin throw. That's one. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Bottom half of inning number one coming up. No score. Back here at PNC Park, and taking the ball for the Mets, Nolan McLean. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Yeah, he was a tough luck loser last time out, dominating his opponent. Soft contact. They were able to score a couple of runs, but outside of that, everything was sharp. You hope that he gets a better result this time out. Reward the guy for his hard work.
Cruz with a homer in his last game. Swing and a ground ball. Can't glove it cleanly. No play. That's an infield single.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch for him lately. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike in there. For a second base. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
And it's second. On the ground, right side. Polanco takes it to the bag. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting third.
There's a Pirates lineup now. Been a real struggle this year. They're at the very bottom of the league in on-base percentage, and of course, when that's the case, other offensive categories follow suit, Singy.
Yeah, it's really tough for any team that struggles to get on base. Dramatic home runs and base-clearing hits do more for a team.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. Ryan Reynolds leads the yard. Home run number 15 on the year. The Pirates score first. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting the home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in. Late with the swing there. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Right side, Polanco. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Cannonball coming. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here in Pittsburgh, new inning getting started. Marcus Semien up now for the Mets. Fouled off. He was late. For Marcus Semien, probably the biggest adjustment and improvement he's made has been on defense. Semien made 35 errors. That drilled it. Still able to get it there in time. So they get the first down of the inning. And now they'll
Polanco.
hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Foul ball there. And the 0-1. That one in triple digits. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. You see a lot more of that in today's game. Pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
2 down, bases empty. Next to hit, Francisco Alvarez. Yeah, that's fouled off. Alvarez went deep in his most recent game. The 0-1. And there's a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Mets go down quickly. They trail it here 2-0. Back here in PNC Park, we head to the bottom of the second. Rafael Flores now at the plate.
Not easy for a player to block out the noise that comes with being a popular trade target. That said, he's raising his level of play lately. Doesn't seem like it's affected him that much.
And he boots it. Flips it. And the throw is late. They couldn't overcome the misplay.
7, right fielder, Big Angel.
In the air, left field, and that is a foul ball. Now the 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. Not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Check swing, didn't go. Now 1-2. Flores gets his lead at first with nobody out. And that one got a piece of it.
Batting 8, the shortstop,
Jack Brannigan. Here's a 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Strike 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Pirates, center fielder.
So the Pirates batting order turns over. Here's O'Neill Cruz. Single and a run scored and a walk. McClain, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
That one almost got him. Two on, 2 outs. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. He's safe, and they lead by 3.
Picks himself up an RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. Didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Line shot into the gap should score at least 1. Minga coming home. 1 run is in. Flying around third is Cruz. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and the lead is up to 5.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Nice line drive to the full side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Nolan McClain. They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Kodai Senga.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And on second, 2 down. In the air, right field, Castro under it. And that is that. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. We played 2 full. You're watching Pirates baseball on the show, Pittsburgh. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Fought off foul.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
And the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Nice, doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone, so as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
Close, but called a ball. And 1-1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Fastball for a strike. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
2 down, nobody on. That pitch gets the inside corner. That is strike 2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. It's 5-0. Bottom of the inning, Marcelo Zuna steps in, and when there are ducks in the pond, he brings them home. I mean, look at this graphic, Siggy.
Yeah, Boog, he's one of the best in the league with runners in scoring position. Total gamer, produces when needed most.
You want your best bat up with a chance to score? That's him.
And he's answered the call all season. Just gets it done for this lineup. Not sure where they'd be without him.
This one's smoked on its way out of here. A solo shot, and they add to their lead.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run.
Siggy, this was a mammoth home run. Over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the league that can hit a baseball that far. And it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
High fly ball, right field. Castro should have this one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Pirates, first baseman.
Now at the plate,
Rafael
Rafael Flores. He's 0 for 1. Here's the swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Pirates, right fielder, Shake Mangum.
Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-1. And a base hit into right center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Up
2
next for
consecutive
the
base
Pirates,
hits for these guys
the
here.
shortstop,
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
At the plate, Jack Brannigan. Got him to chase one upstairs there. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
In the dirt. Two on, 1 out. Line to right, base hit. Flores around third. To the plate. He hang on. He's safe. And they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Well done, drives in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runners on the corners with 1 gone. Joey Bart, the next Pirate to hit.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Line drive, base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single. It's 8-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
The 1-0. Traffic on the bases with 3 already across here in the last half of the third. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
Fooled on that pitch, got a little anxious, and now in a 2-strike count, he's going to have to widen out his stance, choke up on the bat, and really make sure he has pitch recognition before pulling the trigger.
Fastball almost got him there.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it, save the rest of that bullpen, somehow stop the bleeding.
Stays alive. Comes the 2-2. That one almost got him. And that'll load the bases.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
Now at the plate.
Chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last debut.
That one ripped, but foul. Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league. Fights it off, you'll see another. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Ripped to right. Brings it in. Runners tagging from second and third. In comes the run from third.
That play really shows how important it is to get the cutoff. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner home, but it backfired. It ended up costing them a run.
So they bring on the veteran, Michael Lorenzen.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track. Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Two on, 2 outs. Towards first, and that's foul. The 2-1. Liner, and oh, that got him. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the third out. The inning is over. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. On to inning number 4. Back here in Pittsburgh as we go to the top of the 4th.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that pitcher work to get you out. Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to. Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Next pitch misses. Ball 3. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Here's Juan Soto. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. The Mets with a lot of ground to make up. Top half of inning number 4. This one popped up. Loud has a beat on it. And he makes the catch.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman, Bo Bichette.
Grounder might be 2. Over to Lau. And their second double play of the day will end the 4th. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Pirates 9 and the Mets nothing. Back here at PNC Park, let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. No swing. Liner caught it second.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
The Pirates up big in this one. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Comes up empty.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
And down on strikes. 2 away now. Rafael Flores, the next Pirate to hit.
First baseman, Rafael Flores.
And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0. In the air, right field. That is the inning. Bucks go down quietly, but they still hold a 9-0 lead. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Yeah.
Flares one into right, and it gets down for a base hit. Semien on the way to third. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Ball 1.
Runner at third, nobody out. And we're at the top of the 5th. That clips the corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And now the count is even. Now one miss. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. Jorge Polanco blasts one out. His 16th homer of the year, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 9-2.
He ran the count full and saved his best swing for last. That was a battle, and he won. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So digging in, Francisco Alvarez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Hard on the ground to first. Flores steps on the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Next for the Mets, the designated hitter, Mark Vientos.
Boog, that's cheddar, baby.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Way out front for strike 2. That's outside. 1-2 the count. Got him swinging for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. And he's been pretty solid till now, so he may stick with this strategy.
Castro batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
Ball.
Nobody on. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. It's now a 9-2 ball game. Welcome back to the ballpark
Leading off for
as
the
we
Pirates,
check out the current
right
playoff
fielder,
picture.
Jake Mangum.
You know, these Pirates really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Base knock center field. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Great recovery in
Up
this
next
one.
for the
Early in the
Pirates,
count, he looked
the
lost, but
shortstop,
finished strong with a nice line drive.
Brannigan.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Up next for the
Showed a
Pirates,
willingness to drive that pitch
catcher,
the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy,
Bart.
didn't try to pull the ball, let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's Joey Bart now. Bart in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Liner caught it second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a
Up
glove,
next
but
for
you
the
will
Pirates,
get some high fives.
center
You know,
fielder,
when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Cruz in the box here lets that one go for a ball. He's someone you really want to keep off the bases, Chris. He has the most stolen bases in the league. On to Simeon. What a double play that was. Inning over. 5 innings complete. It's the Pirates 9 and the Mets 2. You're watching Pirates baseball on The Show Pittsburgh. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets.
Center fielder Tyrone Taylor. Now pitching
Jose
for the Pirates.
gets the call from
Number
the pen.
65.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Taylor, 32 years old, made his debut in 2019, and he was a second-round pick back in 2012. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And he grounds one to the right side. Loud. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Foul ball. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
Ground ball right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. The flip, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the
Up next
misplay.
for the Mets, left fielder Juan Soto.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Juan Soto. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Two down, nobody on. Soto checks his swing. Appeal down to third, and he held up. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
The 2-2. And there's the ball.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at-bat.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman Bo Bichette.
In the dirt.
Yep.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Up next for the Mets, second baseman Marcus.
Here is Marcus Semien, 1 for 2. In the air, right field. Mangum on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2. Back here in Pittsburgh, and now it's Brandon Lowe.
Second baseman Brandon Lowe.
Fouled off left side. The 0-1. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-2.
No, that's the ball.
Line drive and foul ball.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
And a swing and a miss. And now one away.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up. And 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ball.
That one fouled off. The Buccos up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Ozuna at the plate now as he chases after that one. Swing and a ball popped up. Simeon under it. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Pirates, but they still lead it 9-2. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box
for
food
the Pirates.
because of
Now
the ice cream. We have
Philadelphia.
to go Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes.
Nick York.
New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah. As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
It's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. This ball's chopped on the ground, but it kicks foul. Now a screamer into the outfield. Can't get there. Base hit. And after grinding through that at bat, he gets the best of it. Francisco Alvarez digs in now.
Francisco
Alvarez hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
In the dirt. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Mets, the designated hitter, Mark Vientos.
Ryan O'Hearn, he's got left field getting
now
loose there.
playing left
He enters the
field,
game on
number
defense.
29, Ryan O'Hearn.
if I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
This one in the air, center field. Cruz settles under this one. He makes the grab.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder, Willie Castro.
This is Willie Castro, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Now a pop-up on the infield. And that is that. It's the Pirates 9 and the Mets 2. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Reed Garrett. 25th appearance of the year for him.
Leading off for the Pirates, third baseman, Nick Gonzalez.
And that is downstairs. Ball 1.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Fought off foul. And a 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Activity in the bullpen. A.J. Minter, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. And that misses. And it's a ball and a strike. Swings through that. On the ground to the left. Lindor. On to first. Got the out.
Up next for the Pirates, left fielder, Jake.
2 down, bases empty. Jake Mango, the next Pirate to hit. This guy can absolutely fly, like one of the faster players in baseball. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. It's the Pirates 9 and the Mets 2. Back here at PNC Park, here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Ball 1 to Taylor. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved his zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 0-1. And ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. So they've still got both their challenges. Base hit, center field. And that turns the lineup over. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Just missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Taylor on at first, nobody out. In the dirt, but kept close. 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two now. That one is absolutely belted. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. 2-2 now. This one in the dirt. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, the chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Juan Soto now, 1 for 3. On the ground, 2 ball. It's in and out of his glove. Runner from third, in to score. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Outside. Ball 1. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. Still 1 challenge left for them. And it's second. Laser to the gap should score the run. Lindor zipping around third. He'll score easily. It's down 9-4. And in at second with an RBI double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his backpack to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long. And
manager out of the dugout. So they turn things over to the righty, Cam Sanders.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
1 out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 8th.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
2-1. And a foul ball. On the ground to third. Gonzalez to first in time. And they got him.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman, Jorge Polanco.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. He's already homered here in this one. In there at the knees. 0-1. Out towards right center field. O'Hearn gets under it. And that is that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of back here in Pittsburgh, leading off Jack Brannigan. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Pirates, catcher Joey Bart.
squirts away a little bit. This one back to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. His 7th home run of the season. And they add on. It's 11-4.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Just an excellent swing all the way around. Gets everyone to pitch the drive, shift to the baseball, squared it up, backspin, carried it out of it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks
For the Mets,
taking over on the mound for
number
the Mets,
33,
A.J. Minter.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Cruz at the plate now, and that's strike one. The 0-2. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor over to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the second
Up next
baseman,
for the
Nick
Pirates.
York, taking his
Second
first at bat of the
baseman,
game after entering on defense.
York.
Pulls that one foul. Oh, 1 down. Action in the Mets bullpen. Brooks Raley up and throwing. There's a 1-1. And it's fouled away. Just misses with that one. And it's filled up. On the ground to third. Bichette whips it to first. And that is out number 2.
Up next for the Pirates, designated hitter, Brian Reynolds.
Check swing went around. Strike 1. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in near the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the air to left center. And that is that. Another look at this 2-run homer for Pittsburgh. Last chance coming up here for the Mets. We go to the
Leading off
9th.
for the Mets,
Here's the catcher for the Mets,
Francisco
Alvarez. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
Sanders, 29 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. No question about this one. It's out of here. And they cut into the deficit.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting the tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
Fires over to first. One pitch and one out. Willie Castro up now for the Mets. Check swing called strike. And it's 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Down low.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. York under it. 2 down.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about
on the ground. And foul ball. One run across in the frame so far. Here at the top of the ninth.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
1 strike away. Now this is a rocket to left. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates take the series opener here at home.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle of the pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.